What's up, YouTube? What's up? What's up? We are live. We are officially live. What's going on, everyone? Going to give the folks a few seconds to jump on. We're going to have a very interesting conversation today. So I'm hopeful, as always, for all of you that are tuning in, that you will gain a ton of value from this video today. If you're not familiar with who I am, my name is Rafael Jemerson. I am the owner, founder of Stamper Signings. We are a nationwide mobile notary service that specializes in providing estate planning notary services for estate planning law firms. And today we're going to have a conversation about how to burn a bridge as a notary. By that title alone, you would think, why would I want to burn a bridge as a notary? You don't want to burn bridges as a notary, but I'm going to show you what are some ways you can burn a bridge as a notary. So I was having a conversation with a notary peer of mine, and we were having a conversation about poaching clients and not honoring agreements. And so it was really a good conversation, and it made me think. I said, well, if this is a conversation that me and you were having, maybe the masses, maybe the notary community should be aware of this as well. So I want to get on here and talk about it. So let's have a conversation about how to burn a bridge. Number one, a surefire way to burning a bridge is poaching a client. So let's say, for example, I have a signing agency and we do contract out notaries to perform signings for us. Let's say that we have a notary who performs a signing for us, and they happen to be with our client at the signing table, and they're getting the document signed and notarized. And let's say, for example, once the signing is completed, the notary then turns around and talks to the client and say, hey, my name is so-and-so. I am a local notary that serves this particular area. If you ever need my services, please feel free to reach out to me. I'll be more than happy to help you. Now, as a notary, this is a no-no. The reason why this is a no-no because number one, that's not your client. The client originally came to us to get the order fulfilled. The only thing we needed you to do, only thing we hired you to do is to actually perform the signing. By poaching the client, by trying to poach the client, you're setting a bad precedent, and you're engaging in bad business practices. And that is an easy way to burn the bridge. And the reason why is because the same client that you're speaking to is 9 times or probably 10 times out of 10 is going to let you know, is going to let the notary service know that, hey, your notary approached me about utilizing their services. Don't know if that's something that's common that's what you guys do, but I just wanted to give you a heads up. In majority of all of our situations, we've always had a client tell us that a notary tried approaching them or tried to poach them as a client. So by doing this, you're you're actually burning the bridge, burning a relationship with that particular signing service. Why? Because the signing service is hiring you to perform a service for them. And by you being hired to perform a service, they're trusting that you're going to your obligations, fulfill your duties for this particular signing, and you're going to do right by the client and make sure everything is done in a timely manner. So, but if you are going to turn around and try to secure the client as your own, well, it'll be no point in us ever doing business with you again because you can't be trusted. You engage in bad business practices, and it would be no point in ever trying to work with you ever again, because who's to say if we try to hire you for another signing, what are the chances that you wouldn't try to poach that client as well? So that's a way to burn a bridge. I've heard numerous stories of notaries who tried doing the same thing, and they looked up and was wondering why they haven't heard back from that particular service or signing agency when they were previously being used. Maybe it's because they were engaging in bad business practices. All right. Number 2, what's another way to burn a bridge as a notary? Not honoring your agreements. As a notary, your word is everything. If whatever you agree to is what you agree to, and you should follow through all the way with that agreement. So I have another example for you. So let's say I have a signing. This signing is going to pay $150. Offer the notary $150 to perform the signing. The notary agrees to perform the signing for $150. The notary then will go to the appointment. They complete the signing, and then they turn around, go back to the client, to the person that hired them for the signing, and they say, "Hey, I noticed that there were a few additional documents that needed to be notarized. I know we agreed to 150, but I'm going to send you a quote. I'm going to send you an invoice for $200. Thank you." That is a surefire way to burn a bridge because that's not what you agreed to. You didn't agree to perform the signing for $200. You agreed to perform the signing for $150. So if you're a notary that doesn't hold your agreements, you're choosing to accept an agreement for one fee and then you turn back around and invoice for another. It's a surefire way to burn a bridge, build a bad reputation, and a surefire way to never hear from that particular signing service or signing agency or even a notary that referred you ever again. So it's really important for notaries to hold their agreements. The one way to make sure that a surefire way to make sure that your agreements are held is by asking questions. So if you have received an offer from a particular signing agency, and that agency offers you an offer for a particular signing, what you want to do is you want to ask questions. You want to ask, how many pages do need to be notarized? What time do I need to be there? Do I need to print out documents? Are there any special access requirements? You want to make sure you have as much information as possible. So that way, if you do have the sign, that way, whatever initial offer was offered to you, you either have the opportunity to accept it or either request a higher fee due to the information that was provided to you. Now, if you have that information provided to you, and you confirm that X amount of signatures need to be notarized, and then you go to the appointment and you find out 2 or 3 signatures need to be notarized, it is not in your best interest to turn back around and quote the client for a higher fee or that signing agency a higher fee. Why? Because you agreed to that fee. Now, you can either come back and ask and say, "Hey, I noticed that there were a couple of other documents that needed to be notarized for this particular signing. Would you be open to adjusting that fee to this particular number?" It makes sense. Then the signing agency may turn around and say, "You know what? We would agree with that because we were under the impression that there would be X amount of signatures, but we found that but you telling us there were additional signatures that be notarized, and you requesting a small change, a small uptick in the fee, we'll be open to that." But if you don't let the signing service know, if you don't give them a chance by saying, "Hey," if you don't give them a chance and let them, and if you don't give them a heads up ahead of time, and you just come back and say, "Hey, these additional documents need to be notarized. I'm going to invoice you for this amount," I can tell you right now that signing agency or the person that hired you is not going to be happy. Then that's a surefire way to burn bridges. So I'm not going to hold you guys up for too long. I just want to get on here and talk about how to burn bridges as a notary. Honor your agreements. Try not to poach clients. That is a surefire way, again, to burn bridges and to never hear from a signing agency again. Your word is everything. I would encourage you to always ask questions. Ask questions first. That way you know the exact fee that you should command for the particular signing. And that is how you continue to build relationships and continue to build a sustainable business. I appreciate you all for tuning in today. Hopefully you got a lot of value from this. And until next time, peace.